Good evening and welcome to this edition of Jay's Retro Toys and Games. It's Season 2, Episode 44. Welcome to this Monday night, January 30th, 2023. I'm your host, Jason DeCanio. It's been a while. In fact, it's been about 2 weeks since we've been doing our Retro Toys and Games. We thought we'd come back. I wasn't feeling too well for a while. I'm starting to feel great now and ready to get back on the schedule. So we're going to be looking at a toy today that is a creative toy named for the simple shapes and forms cut from colored vinyl sheeting that cling to a smooth backing surface without adhesives. These pieces are used to create picture graphics and designs, which can then be changed countless times by repositioning the movable toy. The name also refers to the specific registered trademark brand these products are produced under, as well as the company that manufactures the toys, which is their name. Their sets initially feature basic geometric shapes and bright primary colors on black or white backgrounds. Tonight we're looking at Shrinky Dinks, or, well, that's what they used to call them, because there's always a nickname for them, but it's Colorforms. That's right, Colorforms tonight on Jay's Retro Toys and Games. Okay, welcome to this edition of the show. Jason DeCanio here for you tonight. It's episode number 44 on this Monday, January 30th, 2023. Hope your night is going well. I was getting over a head cold, a lot of other things going on. So back and forth, and now my voice is finally starting to get better. That means it's time to get back to work. And so we shall. So we're looking at Colorforms tonight on our Retro Toys and Games. And here we go. The design for the Colorforms, they are sheet-thin, die-cut vinyl pieces in colorful geometric forms and abstract shapes, figurative or objective, often with overprinted images that are to be attached to a smooth plastic laminated paperboard background, much like placing paper dolls against a paper backdrop. Now, the pieces stick to the background without chemical or static adhesion and in a secure but non-permanent manner when a vacuum is created between the two polished surfaces holding the piece in place. The Colorforms vinyl pieces can then be repositioned on the board a virtually unlimited number of times to create new designs and scenarios. The sets aid in promoting creative expression, concentration skills, comprehension of spatial relationships, and manual dexterity in young children. Now, the Colorforms concept was developed by Harry and Patricia Kislevitz in 1951, firmly rooted in the modernist design ethos and reflecting the color field abstract style prevalent at the time. The basic concept behind Colorforms is the ability to adhere and reposition abstract and geometric colorform shapes on random surfaces to create art. Both recent art students, the couple discovered the idea when they acquired several rolls of flexible paper-thin colored vinyl used to manufacture plastic pocketbooks, and found that it would stick to the glossy paint in their bathroom and allow them to reposition it at will without affecting either surface. Simply cutting shapes out of the material and sticking them to the wall turned out to be amusing enough that they left extra vinyl with a pair of scissors for guests to add to their creations. The positive reactions they got to the project led Harry to believe there was market potential for such a product. The original Colorforms sets were spiral-bound booklets hand-assembled by the husband and wife team in their New York City apartment. The first 1,000 sets were sold on concept to the F.A. Schwartz toy store. Shallow boxed sets containing screen paint, printed, die-cut pieces, and illustrated backgrounds began appearing soon after. And the company used the slogan, "It's more fun to play the Colorforms way," in print, ads, and television commercials to promote their products. The prominent graphic designer Paul Rand was commissioned to create the company logo that remains in use today. He also gave input for a signature edition playset. The company rarely employed an in-house creative staff, relying instead on the Kislevitz' own real artistic direction provided to top freelance illustrators for layouts and finished work. Indeed, even the company's creative director from 1965 until 1986, toy designer and inventor Mel Bernkrant, was not a formal Colorforms employee, working instead for a royalty percentage. The defining feature of most Colorforms playsets is their signature plastic stick-ons that can be placed and repositioned on top of graphic backgrounds to create endless scenes and scenarios at a child's whim. A little bit of a timeline for you. In 1951, Harry and Patricia, they experimented with the vinyl sheeting. In 1957, Popeye becomes Colorforms' first licensed character applied to its products. In 1959, graphic designer Paul Rand creates the Colorforms logo. In 1968, the Outer Space Men carded action figures are released. 1962, Miss Weather, a Colorforms character featuring a wardrobe that changed with the weather, makes her debut. 1981, Colorforms acquires licensing rights to Shrinky Dinks kits during its licensing periods. And Colorforms created and marketed more than 50 different Shrinky Dinks toy activity and creativity kits. 1997, Toy Biz acquires Colorforms. In 1998, University Games acquires Toy Biz. In 2000, Colorforms listed among the top 10 toys of the century by the Toy Industry of America. In 2011, Colorforms named one of the top 100 toys of all time by Time magazine. And then in 2014, Out of the Blue Enterprises acquires Colorforms. 2018, 9 Story Media Group acquires Out of the Blue Enterprises. Original character sets focused on household themes such as Miss Weather, a girl whose wardrobe changed with the weather, and Miss Cookie's Kitchen, a woman with a variety of kitchen tools and utensils. Later sets relied on the use of licensed cartoon characters such as Mickey Mouse and Gumby. Colorforms products have expanded beyond the simple paper doll concept to more than 75 Colorforms toy products currently in distribution, with more added every year. The first Colorforms product to utilize a licensed character property featured Popeye, the King Features Syndicate cartoon character, released as a box set in 1957. Since then, licensed products have remained critically important to the Colorforms marketing strategy, with hundreds of brands connected to Colorforms. Later, Colorforms licensed various properties, producing sets supporting varied cartoons, TV series, movie releases, and popular musical artists like the Beatles, Peanuts, Gumby, Tarzan, the Three Stooges, Dr. Dolittle, Star Trek, Batman, and Superman, along with a whole pantheon of comic book superheroes, and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Michael Jackson, the Smurfs, and even Steve Urkel. In a licensing twist, Colorforms developed their own character property, Sugar and Spice, to compete with Strawberry Shortcake, when master license holder Kenner Products would not allow wide usage of character rights throughout the toy industry. Colorforms turned around and sold their character concept to other companies that got shut out of the shortcake craze. Another property that Colorforms was never able to translate into their own form was the lucrative Star Wars franchise, again because Kenner held the toy product's master license very tightly. Then in 1968 saw an interesting diversion from the typical two-dimensional toy lines that Colorforms specialized in. When they released the Outer Spacemen, also known as the Colorform Aliens, bendy action figures, this group of aliens, hailing from other planets in our solar system, were designed to tie into the popularity of Mattel's Major Matt Mason astronaut line from '66. Colorforms nicely complemented the larger manufacturer's line due to Mattel's dearth of alien adversaries. Colorforms also offered a respectable knockoff of the silly putty concept, the pliable, rubbery clay-like substance that picked up newspaper ink images when pressed upon it, with Moon Putty and Monster Print Putty, the former packaged in a hard plastic moon container and the latter packed in a little plastic human skull for heightened monster effect. The Colorforms Company was the major license of the Plasticine brand of modeling clay in the United States from 1979 until at least '84. Plasticine is a non-drying, putty-like modeling material made from a proprietary mix of chalk and petroleum jelly. This provided Colorforms with a viable competitor to Kenner's Play-Doh. Colorforms acquired the rights to license and distribute Shrinky Dinks in 1981 and continued creating and promoting their products until the brand was sold to Milton Bradley in 1988. The company has also, at times, carried a wide range of children's board games and both child-targeted and high-end jigsaw puzzles. Then in 1997, Colorforms was acquired by Toy Biz. A year later, Colorforms was sold off to University Games. 2014, it became a new division of Out of the Blue Enterprises as Colorforms Brand LLC. Then, 5 years later, January 2018, Toronto-based 9-Story Media Group acquired Out of the Blue, also inheriting Colorforms. Then in 2019, both companies teamed up with DHX Media to make Netflix's Charlie's Colorforms City. And there you have it, friends. A look at Colorforms in all of its great shape and glory. Well, on Wednesday's edition, which will be episode 45, we're going to look at that Colorforms product that helped get the licensing in '81. We'll be looking at Shrinky Dinks. And it's a small one, but it's not really. It's more or less doesn't have much history on it. So what we're going to do is then look at something else here. Let's see. Play-Doh. There we go. Ha ha! Play-Doh. That is going to be fun. That is a fun toy, and it's got a lot to go with. And we'll look at that on our next edition of Jay's Retro Toys and Games. Hope you had a great time with this episode 44. I'm Jason DeCanio. Remember, be honest, be real, and of course, keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. We will see you on Wednesday. Bye for now.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Advertising Network for great more content like this one.